नमस्कार दोस्तों, मेरा नाम है आशीष मसीह। मैं हूँ एडिटर टाइम्स ड्राइव के लिए, विच इज़ ऑफ कोर्स पार्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स नेटवर्क। और मैं आज आपको इनवाइट करना चाहता हूँ टाइम्स ड्राइव अवार्ड्स के लिए। जी हाँ, हम अपना पहला एडिशन टाइम्स ड्राइव अवार्ड का होस्ट करेंगे सेकेंड वीक ऑफ मार्च में नई दिल्ली में। और इन अवार्ड्स में हम देंगे बेस्ट न्यू बाइक्स, बेस्ट न्यू कार्स, बेस्ट न्यू स्कूटर्स, बेस्ट न्यू ईवीज़ एंड इवन बेस्ट न्यू कमर्शियल व्हीकल्स को अवार्ड्स और रिकग्नाइज करेंगे वो सारे के सारे नए प्रोडक्ट्स जो पिछले साल यानी कि 2024 में लॉन्च किए गए थे। हमारे साथ हमारे चीफ गेस्ट रहेंगे श्री नितिन गडकरी जी, और उनके साथ साथ हम बहुत सारे इंडस्ट्री से और इंडस्ट्री से बाहर से बुद्धिजीवी लोगों को बुलाएंगे जो कि साथ बैठ के हमारे डिस्कशंस करेंगे, बातें बताएंगे और फ्यूचर के बारे में बताएंगे कि आपको जो गाड़ी, बाइक या ईवी लेनी है उसके बारे में बहुत सारे डिस्कशन आप लोग करेंगे। तो हमारे साथ जुड़िए, सेकेंड वीक ऑफ मार्च की डेट है, नई दिल्ली में हम मिलेंगे। और अगर आप चाहते हैं उससे पहले अपने फेवरेट कार्स, बाइक्स, किसी भी टाइप के व्हीकल के बारे में बताना, तो हमारे को सोशल मीडिया पे फॉलो करें, हमारी वेबसाइट पर जाएँ timesdrive.in पर, और वहाँ पर आप हमें बता सकते हैं कौन सी गाड़ी को जीतना चाहिए, क्यों जीतना चाहिए और आपकी फेवरेट कौन सी है। Thanks guys for watching. Hello and welcome to the Bharat Mobility Global Expo. This of course is the Auto Expo 2025, which is part of the Bharat Mobility Global Expo. And today's video, it's going to be all about the latest cars and latest technology that you can buy in the next 1 year or so. So stay tuned, it's going to be a long video. We'll tell you about all the cars that were showcased, launched or unveiled over here, and about some concepts as well, which you can buy sometime in the near future. Let's get started with this video, but before that, a small request. If you come to the channel for the first time, then please subscribe to it. And if you want to read about all this, then please head to our website timesdrive.in. Let's enter hall number 1 and start with the Expo. Well, so we are here at the Tata stall at the Auto Expo, and as you can see over here, this is the almost production-ready version of the Tata Sierra. Now, Tata Motors is saying that this car will come with ICE engines also, which means that you'll probably get the diesel 2-liter, which also does duty on a host of other cars like the Safari, as well as the Harrier, and it makes about 170 bhp. They will of course be an automatic, they will of course be a petrol. Now they haven't shown us the interiors, but what we can see here is that it has 3 screens. Yes, it has 3 screens, one which of course is the driver's display, and one in the center for the infotainment, and one for the passenger. So this is now becoming the new theme, along of course with the connected tail lamp at the back. 3 screens is really becoming the new theme in the Indian auto industry. Now in terms of the looks, it has a very square and boxy look on the outside. Also, as you can see at the back, it has that original Tata Sierra-like glass area, which seems as if it's fixed, but it's not, because you can open up the doors at the back, and it's riding on big 19-inch wheels with 2 25-section tires. Of course, we don't know if this will be the production version or this one will have the same kind of tires when it officially goes on sale, but we can see that it has all 4 discs and a host of other paraphernalia as well in terms of the equipment. ADAS level tech should also be on this car, and this car will also have an EV version coming out later. Now, talking about the EV version, the Tata Harrier EV is also standing over here, and this one is again production ready. Now, we've already seen these cars at the previous Auto Expo, the previous version of the Expo, but this one is production ready. Again, no word on the range, no word on the kind of battery, and no word just as yet if this one will finally get that 4-wheel drive system or off-road drive system. It does of course have the snow and those other modes in the ICE, but we don't know whether this one will get it on this EV version. Now, what are the prices going to be and what are the launch dates? Nothing is yet from Tata Motors, but we expect it to come. This one should come first in about May or June's time, and the Sierra should come at a later stage just before Diwali. Pricing again for this one should be a little more than 20 lakh rupees, or maybe around 22 lakhs, and the Sierra ICE should be roughly around 20 odd lakh rupees, 25 odd lakh rupees. So that is going to be the rough price range. And for people who are 90s kids, people who really loved 90s cars and still love 90s cars, the original Tata Sierra is standing over there at the back. So if you're coming to the Tata stall and you want to show your kids what cool cars look like, you can of course show them at the back. The original Tata Sierra from the 1990s is standing as well, with the 3 doors and those completely packed windows, which sometimes wasn't so great because in case the AC conked off, you were toast. in the back of those cars. Not so much in this one because the windows do roll down. The big showstopper is the Vitara. This, of course, is an all-new car, completely grounds-up electric car, and the details are out now. 500 kilometers of range. That is the first big detail. 61 kilowatt-hour battery pack, 7 airbags, and ADAS level 2. That's what you get on this car. You also get plenty of other things inside the cabin. You get cooled front seats. You get digital display, Suzuki Connect app, and Maruti says that they will have chargers installed at your home and also have chargers installed across 1,000 cities to give you solid infrastructure for charging this car. In terms of space on the inside, the rear seats, they slide at the back and also they go ahead, so the recline angle also can move, and these things make it a very good package considering that this will sell from the premium Nexa dealership range that Maruti Suzuki has to offer. Now, in terms of the quality, we just sat inside it, it looks pretty good, and it does look very different from any other Maruti Suzuki on sale at the moment. Now, officially Maruti hasn't told us when they will be launching this car, but expected to be out by April or May, and price expected to start for about 25 lakh rupees. What do you think of the Vitara? You can let me know in the comment section below. And what do you think of the fact that this is the first Maruti Suzuki car which offers you 7 airbags in it? All this across and 7 airbags, which make it a pretty safe package. Well, so now inside the front end of the cabin of the Vitara, and the seats are typical Maruti Suzuki, very good in terms of the cushioning, very good in terms of support. Support for your lower back is very good, and of course you get these bolsters which also hold you into the seats. Now it's a completely digital cockpit. You of course get a new Suzuki Connect. It's an all-new Suzuki Connect, which we can't show you right now because this car is off, but you get completely digital dials over here, and of course you get a very different design, a very unique design for the AC vents all across with these plastic surrounds, lots of brown or maybe beige and grey, and the plastic quality, it is quite decent, and I think for the price that this car will retail at, the plastic seems quite okay. One thing which I really like is that you get a rotary knob over here for the volume, and of course the other controls are all toggle type switches which also feel quite good. Wireless charging, couple of big beverage holders, and of course electric brake over here, and the different driving modes as well, snow mode and different driving modes, of course eco, sport and normal mode, along with an auto hold function. Lots of place over here as well. Now this part of the dashboard or the center console feels very good, and it's also put together quite nicely, and the steering wheel adjusts both for rake as well as for reach, so that's also something which a lot of customers will truly appreciate. Controls over here for the adaptive cruise control, and over here for the volume and other things. You get a sunroof, but it's not really a panoramic one, but it is quite big and decent in its own right. Well, so we had the Toyota stand over here. They've got their own version of the Suzuki Vitara. This, of course, is the BEV concept at the moment. They call it the BEV concept, but ultimately it will be called the Urban EV and the Urban E rather. And this SUV is exactly like the Maruti Suzuki Vitara. You get the same dimensions. If you can see, the side proportions and the side look of the car is exactly the same. In fact, the design of the alloy wheels is exactly the same, and the front end is where the big difference is. You of course get a flush grille with LED lamps on top and projector beams, and of course you also get lots of sensors because this car will also get ADAS level 2, which the Vitara has. Apart from that, as you can see from the side, the flap for the charging port is on top of the front left wheel, and 2700 mm of ground clearance, rather wheelbase, is also quite visible. What do you think of this car? You can let me in the comment section below. Whether you prefer this one or the Vitara in terms of looks, you can let me know, because that's the only change on the outside. The interiors also are going to be more or less the same, if not exactly the same. Well, so we are here at the MG stall, and we've got one of the biggest showstoppers. As you can see, a lot of people interested in the new MG Cyberster or Cyberster Roadster. It's got 2 seats, and it's got these fancy doors, scissor type doors, which open all the way up. Now this car's specs are slightly out, so it gets a 77 kilowatt hour battery, which only has a thickness of 110 millimeters, which makes it one of the most dense battery packs. And we also know that this car does 0 to 100 in a shade over 3 seconds, less than 4 and a little more than 3 seconds, which makes it a very strong performance-oriented car. If you look at the wheels, it gets completely disc brakes, and currently it's running on Pirelli P0s, which are racing tires, and this means that this car is clearly aiming for performance-oriented buyers. Now, the interior of this car, they've got 3 screens instead of the usual 2, and a lot of other fancy gadgets and gizmos. Details like the range still hasn't come out, and details like the pricing is still very sketchy, but we expect it to be priced from around rupees 60 lakhs when it goes on sale. No news from MG when it will be on sale, but we should expect it to go on sale from May or June, and the pricing is expected to start from around rupees 60 lakhs.
ऑटो एक्सपो 2025 की हमारी कवरेज जारी है। मौजूद है हम स्कोडा के स्टॉल पर, जहां पर उनकी ऑक्टाविया का ये VRS वर्जन आपको देखने को मिल रहा है। एंड ये नियॉन ग्रीन कलर में है, यहाँ पे काफ़ी देखने में क्लासी कूल ज़रूर लग रहा है। इंडिया में हालांकि अभी नहीं आया है, लेकिन यहाँ पर डिस्प्ले में रखा हुआ है। उम्मीद है कि इंडिया में स्कोडा इसको लेके आने वाली है। लेकिन अगर बात करें डिज़ाइन की, फ्रंट पे देखेंगे पूरा पियानो ब्लैक ग्रिल दिया गया है। स्कोडा का जो ट्रेडिशनल ग्रिल है, यहाँ पे LED सेटअप है पूरा, प्रोजेक्टर हेडलैम्प्स वगैरह का। पियानो ब्लैक प्लस बॉडी एलिमेंट्स यहाँ पे देखने को मिल जाते हैं। एंड टायर की साइज़ की बात करें तो 19 इंच के टायर से 225 सेक्शन के यहाँ पर देखने को मिल जाते हैं। रेड ब्लैक कैलिपर्स हैं एंड पियानो ब्लैक प्लस बॉडी का कॉम्बिनेशन आपको इसके विंडोज़ में और ओवरऑल रूफ में देखने को मिल जाएगा। शार्क फिन एंटीना इन अगेन इन पियानो ब्लैक, एंड यहाँ पे रियर में आपको ये स्पॉइलर रुमा फील दी गई है। ऑक्टाविया VRS है तो ये तो बनता ही है। अंदर कैसी है फटाफट देखते हैं उसको। तो यहाँ पे इसमें जो इंजन वगैरह पहले जो आता था 2 लीटर का है, इसमें भी 2 लीटर का इंजन होगा। इंटीरियर की बात करें तो यहाँ पे आपको बड़ा सा ये स्क्रीन मिल रहा है, टच स्क्रीन इंफोटेनमेंट सिस्टम मिल जाएगा। एंड यहाँ पे क्लाइमेट कंट्रोल्स वगैरह के आपको बटन देखने को मिलेंगे। एंड अंदर भी पूरा वो स्पोर्टी VRS वाला फील देखने को मिलेगा। यहाँ पे सॉफ्ट टच मटेरियल का इस्तेमाल करा गया है। यहाँ पे कार्बन फाइबर फील दी गई है। फुल डिजिटल इसका इंस्ट्रूमेंट क्लस्टर दिया गया है। कंट्रोल्स स्कोडा की जो हाल ही में गाड़ियाँ आई हैं उनमें कुछ इस तरह कंट्रोल्स हैं, तो वैसे ही कुछ यहाँ पे देखने को मिल रहा है। VRS की बैजिंग एंड रेड स्टिचिंग आपको थ्रू आउट सीट्स वगैरह में एंड और जगह इसके डैशबोर्ड एंड आर्मरेस्ट वगैरह में देखने को मिलेगी। इलेक्ट्रॉनिक पार्किंग ब्रेक वगैरह है एंड रिवर्स न्यूट्रल ड्राइव एंड स्पोर्ट मोड भी यहाँ पे देखने को मिल जाएगा। एंड इसके अलावा 2 कप होल्डर्स का स्पेस यहाँ दिया गया है। वायरलेस चार्जिंग है, यहाँ पे 2 USB-C चार्जिंग पोर्ट्स भी इसमें दिए गए हैं। एंड ओवरऑल जो है मामला बैठने के बाद वाकई में स्पोर्टी फील आ रही है। सीट्स का जो होल्ड है ओवरऑल, जो अंदर बैठने के बाद जो इंटीरियर का लेआउट है, देखने में वाकई में पूरा VRS वाली फील दे रहा है। एंड आखिरी एक और इंटरेस्टिंग एलिमेंट जो इसका रियर ग्लास है वो भी इसके बूट के साथ यहाँ ओपन होता है, तो ये भी एक यूनिक एलिमेंट यहाँ पर इसमें देखने को मिलता है। पावर टेलगेट है, फिजिकल मैनुअल के साथ उसको बंद कर रहा है, लेकिन पावर टेलगेट यहाँ पे दी गई है। ऑक्टाविया एंड VRS की बैजिंग पीछे भी देखने को मिलती है।
Well, so we are here at the Auto Expo. We are here at BYD. Now, BYD really is doing very well in the EV space, not only globally, but also in India. They just showcased the Sealion, and that is also a big showstopper. But one car which is making waves and has got, the crowds coming in is, of course, the one we're sitting in. Officially, it's a big and full-size SUV. It's a hybrid SUV, and BYD doesn't have any plans to launch it, but they are saying that in case we get very positive customer feedback, they will launch this big and massive SUV in India sometime soon. But of course, that depends on what kind of feedback you give them. So give them the thumbs up in case you're coming to the Auto Expo. Just give them the thumbs up and tell them to launch it. Now we're here. We're inside this car to experience something very special, something very unique. You might have seen this in Mercedes cars, the G-Wagon in particular, but they're not the only ones with this party trick. BYD also has a trick or two up its sleeve. And with us, we have Paras from the company. And he'll tell us not only about the car, the product, and also about what all it can do, apart from, of course, this 360 that can do. So Paras, just briefly tell us about this car, the interiors, and just in general, what this car is all about.
Hi, so welcome to the BYD Pavilion. Currently, we are sitting in BYD Yangwang U8.
Okay.
Yangwang is a brand under BYD. This vehicle is full size, I can say more than full size SUV. This can do a lot of things, but what particularly it is here for is a demonstration of the all-terrain tank turn.
Okay.
Tank turn is a feature in which the car can rotate to 360 degree. But what BYD is offering is that it can rotate to any sort of degree. If you want to rotate it to 32 degrees, in case of any situation, it can do that. It can go to 45 degrees, it can go to 180, 360, and in any sort of direction it can do it. So that's quite a cool feature.
Okay.
It has multi-mode features, so depending on the surrounding where you are, it can work, be it snow, be it sand, be it mud,
Okay.
be it mountain,
Okay.
and most prominently, water wading.
Okay.
So what it does is, it can go to 1000 mm of water depth, and it can maneuver itself, it can be operated inside the water up till 30 minutes, and we can maneuver comfortably over there. So in flood-like situation or in any emergency, Yangwang is the perfect vehicle. Yangwang U8 is the perfect vehicle to be in.
And this is a hybrid, basically, you're saying.
This is a hybrid vehicle, correct?
And what engine has it got? What are the specs?
Cannot reveal about the exact specs, but it has got a petrol engine, and it has all-wheel drive.
Okay, wow. So guys, you should definitely wait for this car in case BYD decides to launch it in India. It's going to be a huge deal.
Some more cool specs about this car is this does 0 to 100 in 3.6 seconds.
Oh wow.
It has a combined range, CLTC range of about 1000 kilometers.
Okay.
And the horsepower that on which it operates is close to 1200.
Oh wow. So the full power is maximum power output is 1200. Of course, those are figures for the foreign markets. In India, it might be detuned or something whenever they decide to launch it. But that is the capability that this car can achieve. So guys, I think you're also waiting to see what it's capable of. So Paras, just show us the turns that you were talking about.
For sure. So let me demonstrate you for a 180 degree axis. We are in a closed parameter, so I'll be able to do that on low speed because there are people around us.
Okay.
What it does is it detects the surrounding, the radar and the camera system works, and then it powers the wheel accordingly so that it does this tank turn.
Oh, so guys, Mercedes is not the only one who can do this. You've seen a lot of reels and a lot of videos of that car, the G-Wagon, but other companies also are capable and as good, if not better, than the Merc G-Wagon, who can achieve the same thing. Right, that's a 180. We're now facing the main stage. We're facing the opposite direction. And as he said, you can do 360. You can also do it in different speeds. So the max speed and high speed, of course, and medium speed. But right now, since we're indoors, for safety reasons, we're restricting it only to the low speed. What else is there about this car, Paras? You can tell us a few more highlights of something which is very unique about this package.
So you can definitely experience the interiors. The interiors are very plush, very premium. You can see the fit and finish of the vehicle. This has got this fridge, which is quite in depth. You can see my hand is quite deep.
Wow.
It got the massage seats. It got everything electronically controlled. So let me just demonstrate you one thing. So I can control my windows from here. I want to roll down the window, I can tap on this. If I want it to be open, I can say fully open, so all four window rolls down. Now towards this, on closed, so all windows are now closed, and you can definitely feel the insulation around
Insulation is
it.
fantastic, guys. Even though this part is open, and I mean that's amazing. You could hear the noise coming in, but the windows up. No noise entering the cabin.
For the sunroof, and we call it a skyline. If you want to open it till, so you can do this and it opens up. This, so it's quite a handy feature.
Wow, guys.
There are a lot of other things which cannot be covered in such a short time.
Correct.
Which is packed inside this Yangwang page.
And Paras, a lot of companies are now offering you a third screen over here for the passenger as well. Do you think this is a trend which is catching on globally? Because a lot of manufacturers are now offering this. It was a very exclusive feature a few years ago, but a lot of manufacturers are offering this.
Yangwang U8 is a production line model in China. Though this screen is quite useful for the passenger, and I think it serves the purpose. That's why it's in Yangwang U8, and there are other screens at the back, so it gives you the extremest of the luxury that a person desires or wants.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, so we're at the Hyundai stand at the Auto Expo, the Bharat Mobility Show, and as you can see, there's a huge crowd over here, and they're here because there are lots of cars, a lot of interest in the Creta EV and the pricing of the Creta EV. But today we're here to talk about some electric concepts that they've shown in the last mobility connection. What this basically means is that these are cars which will vehicles which will take you from your metro station all the way to home, or maybe someplace else where you want to go, maybe the office. And this one is E4W concept, that's what they call it. And there's another one over there which is a three-wheeler concept. Now, no information has been given about when they will launch it, or if this is a production-ready version, or it's just a design concept. But it shows you Hyundai's intent is not only towards having cars and making a profit on that, but also towards some other kind of vehicles where they can connect with the masses of India rather, and also shows you what a nice and clean design they can make in-house. It's all made in-house, their own designers. Now, in terms of the space, it's a very open and very clean concept. Large tires to take on the bumpy Indian roads, and of course a very boxy design. Interiors also have got a lot of display electric format, and of course a lot of places to keep your odds and ends. But apart from that, not too much information if they will launch it or it's just a showcase, but it clearly is a show of intent of Hyundai. And what they're capable of on this side is, of course, three-wheeler version, and this one is called the E3W. And what you'll also like about it is the fact that at the back, it's not only for passengers, but also you can haul some luggage and some equipment. As you can see, there's a wheelchair over here at the moment, and that is, of course, something which can be used for medical emergencies. As I said, no information about the range, no information about the pricing, no information about the battery pack, but purely a design concept to make your last mile mobility a success.